Now, introducing 1, 2, 3.
Well, I'm a son of a gun that's always been on the run. I feel an imminent sense of danger. Humble as can be, like a tumbleweed. In your eyes, just a passing stranger. The soup kitchen is a spot to eat, and at the mission you can sleep. It's better than the street, guaranteed. Eventually the bridges will burn, and there's nowhere to turn.
What's going down? My name is Phase One. This is Articulate Noise, Episode 3, where monthly we interview musicians and artists of all trades. I'm here with Tommy V out of LA. Thank you so much for rocking the spot last night. Mass appreciation. Articulate Sounds appreciates you so much.
I had fun, man. I'm so thankful that you guys brought me up, and I had a blast. AWOL, Gel.
It's original Gel Rock, G-E-L, pronounced with a hard G, like graffiti, not like George Bush. Right now, you're chilling with Akira Productions and ArticulateSounds.com. What up? Yes, original Gel Rock, Digit 6, E times 2, AWOL 1 in the house, the Mass Men crew, Shapeshifters. We're doing it.
All the crews, really fun. All the artists, really dope. I had a blast.
So yeah, we're gonna try this.
No. You talk too much.
Okay, she said I talk too much, so I'm gonna start rapping. She can move along over there.
I can rap.
All right. Thank you for the encouragement. Where's the mean girl at? I feel like she's lingering around. Oh shit, there she is. Be quiet.
Right now. Do it.
I'm gonna lip sync. Watch. It's gonna be cool.
No. Do it.
Watch.
It's Beyonce.
Here it comes. I can
Half
feel it.
time.
I can feel it coming.
Go ahead.
Do you have somebody to drive you home? Because you're kind of sloppy drunk right now.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That's good. I'm glad because you're a little annoying right now. Will you come up? Oh, look at that. Woo! Yeah. That's a good look. Your shoes all fucking sloppy now. Dude.
7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Can you go any higher?
Yeah.
You can? No, listen, I'm not trying to beef with you. I love you, you know?
I'm not driving.
I eat with chopsticks so the food lasts long. Chefs in the kitchen did nothing wrong. When I walked in, I was swinging around an empty bag. Walking down a sweet and sour trail, cause it was dragged. Little did I know, the manager was hot on my trail. That was magical because now we're friends. Oh yeah, that's the love I'm talking about.
Hey, man, again, thank you so much. Having you first time out here in Fresno, it was such a treat, and we're glad you're out of retirement, man. So, hey, first things first, man, tell the people, how did you first get into music?
Okay, well, music's always been in the family. On my mom's side, my grandfather was kind of a crooner type singer guy. He liked Nat King Cole. My mother played the organ. My grandmother played the piano. My mother did some singing. And then on my dad's side, there's not really much music. So, yeah, I guess I got it from my mom's side of the family.
Do you think that you were you pushed? I mean, not do you think, but was your family like putting this on you, like, hey, you need to play an instrument, or hey, you need to get into some form of music, or was that the outlet that they gave you as an opportunity, or was that more something that you chose to do?
My dad completely frowns on it, and I'm kind of like the family joke as far as on my dad's side. Like, oh, Tomás el músico, oh, you know? And then on my mom's side, she never really pushed it on us. I never had to take lessons or anything like that. But I just always watched her play, and she liked to sing along with things. And so I think that, she kind of just left it open for me to kind of, choose or not. I remember sitting at the organ and kind of pounding out a few things. But she never was like, let's do a scale, let's practice this. It was just kind of, it was there, but she wasn't really pushing it on us.
Yeah, that's cool. So even though it was in your blood, it wasn't something that was, forced upon you, and this is something that obviously, that maybe you felt that you had to do. It's like that spiritual calling. You know what I mean? Is music your main outlet, or are there other outlets that that help you express yourself?
I think music is the main thing, and I feel driven to explore as much terrain within the musical spectrum that I can in this life, because music is so deep, you know. It's like, how could you ever scratch all the surface of it? And so, you know, for me to just get a little better understanding of theory, harmony, you know, just all those cool things, you know, production, little tricks, and you know, just to learn all those things, you know, it's fun, and I like learning new tricks and applying them to a new song and things like that. So as long as you're growing and challenging yourself, I think it all works out.
El frutero se levanta temprano a la calle, en su camioneta se vende vegetales muy frescos, cebollas, cacahuates, tomates. Oye maestro, ¿cómo le va su negocio más o menos? Sigo viviendo por ahora, pero no tengo permiso, ya vienen los güeyes policías.
All right, Tommy. So I was talking to this girl last night at the show while you were on stage, and she was sitting there saying, "Hey, you know, what would you consider this?" And you know, I still consider this your music, you know, mainly hip hop influenced. You know, obviously because you rap in your music. But do you consider yourself any genre, or you know, how are your feelings on genres nowadays? And you know, just talk about Tommy V and genres and how they connect.
Okay. As far as, you know, fusing all the stuff together, I feel like my roots are in the hip-hop world, and you know, when you're sampling, it's not like you're just sampling soul or just jazz or polka. You know, you're sampling all kinds of stuff. So I think that is planting the seed for hip-hop producers to be like, yo, like you can call yourself a sick producer, but really you're just jacking like a nice piece of music. Really, you should call yourself having a good ear, because you have a good ear and you can recognize a good loop. So I think that hip hop is kind of like a little launch pad for people to kind of delve into theory more and understand what is so dope about that little piece of music that made me gravitate to it and sample it and loop it up and put a beat to it. Like, what's going on in there? You know, so I think that kind of springboards onto instruments and stuff, and then, you know, whatever your influences were through your life, you know, you're probably going to subconsciously apply those to your instrument, and they're going to kind of bleed out. So yeah, I can listen to some of the stuff that I make, and I can be like, oh yeah, I think that was maybe like the swing that my grandpa used to listen to, or, you know, maybe that's the mariachi that my dad likes to listen to, you know, something like that.
That's really dope. That's really dope. So, no, it does. So now I got a real good feel for Tommy V, and now I want to know, like, what's upcoming for you now. Now that we know what you're all about and your music and your background, now we want to know what projects you got coming up. What's coming up with Tommy V, and what have you just recently dropped, and do your plugs.
Okay, so recently we put out The Mockingbird, which is a free digital release on www.fake4.bandcamp.com/album/Mockingbird. So that is my kind of like peeking my head out of like the manhole and being like, yeah, what's going on out here? Am I still welcome? You know, because I kind of disappeared for a while, and I think part of my disappearance had to do with me not being comfortable as a rapper. You know, I love it, and I was rapping like in elementary school, but when you're surrounded by just like so many dope rappers and stuff, you're just like, well, what's my voice though?
The LA scene's rough, man.
Yeah, and
the whole Project Blow crew, the way that they bring
it's a competitive.
It's very competitive.
It's competitive, and it's good because it builds you up to really represent yourself. You know, I actually got booed off of Project Blow twice in one night. And I've been scared to go back.
There's a lot of cats will go out there and go up again. I know this Project Blow cats will be on stage.
Yeah, Project Blow, you know, but I love it as a workshop and just as a place for inspiration and for kids to go and feel comfortable.
You know, it's like, wow, that's the place to be booed, right?
Oh yeah, I got a good booing. It was embarrassing.
Let's surrender to one another with an infinite tenderness, without a bit of resistance, as if we were celebrating the renewal of our interconnectedness and our resilience. Our tongues have felt the valleys, drought and sought the distant showers. The harshest of conditions were like the cactus bearing beautiful flowers. The cycle of life, we're here to live and die, love and cry. We are the fragrant flora that when withered, leave our scent behind. We've mourned the loss of a loved one that taught us such valuable lessons. And our hearts are where their legacies forever live to preserve their essence. Almost every beautiful moment be coupled with troubling torment. The ripples of the past have become unclear, distorted. Now to focus, I ask for your forgiveness. Come in search of redemption, and I've come to ask myself if my heart is truly aligned with my soul's intention. Cause in my search for oneness, there was something that I neglected. That the harmonies and chords can only resonate within the collective. We mustn't succumb to the numbness, but must always remain alert and defiant. Only when our voices sing in unison can we hear. Staring to the fire until the flames dry every tear. These wounds are real, we're meant to feel. The scars are there to remind us that we can always heal. We'll always heal. We'll always heal. We'll always heal. That's it, y'all. AWOL 1's next. Make some noise for Tommy V!
Upcoming is a few videos for the album Mockingbird. I'm recording a few new songs for it also. It's a digital release at this point. In the summertime, it's supposed to change into some kind of physical format, and there's going to be maybe another like 10 minutes of music added to it. So I've got a couple of those songs done. It's kind of a backwards way to work on an album, to release it and then add more stuff. But anyhow, that's how it's going to work out. And I would say that's pretty much it. You know, there's nothing too much more besides that right now.
We're really looking forward to it. Hey, make sure you check that out. Google Tommy V. You know, check out that Bandcamp and grab all that good stuff. We've already asked the past 2 episodes this, and I'm really feeling this question because, you know, I like to get a lot of random responses. So, hey, Tommy, man, what's the next best thing since sliced bread?
Fried Indian bread.
Fried Indian bread. There it is. We finally got a food response. First we had the butter from Calcutta. Then we had instrumentals. Now we got some real food responses right here. That's what I like, you know, because Phase 1 likes to eat. All right, this will be one of my last questions, Tommy. Again, thank you so much for coming out. We got a lot of aspiring, hungry artists out there that want to be a part of, you know, the music scene and want to work and thrive in it and maybe even make some money during it and during that process. And so can you please give us any form or give them any form of advice, you know, as a beginning up-and-coming artist? Because I think, you know, everybody deserves a little input from everybody across the spectrum.
Okay, well, I would say if you're a producer, you know, go to the dollar bin, get $10 worth of records, go home, don't search for any particular sound, you know, just kind of be free with it. Listen through those records. You know, try to find something that sounds like it could be loopable and have a little sustained power. Really find cool places to sample your drums, you know. Sometimes when you sample off vinyl, it has a little more cracking sound as opposed to some like download off the internet or something. So, you know, try to be conscious of clean production. And as far as rapping, you know, I haven't even found my voice, you know? I've been rapping for a long time, and I really feel like I haven't found my rapping voice. And I'm pretty self-conscious, like, when it comes to rapping. You won't find me up there on the open mic. You won't find me in the freestyle session. I'll be, like, hiding off on the side, you know? So yeah, when it comes to rapping, you know, I think that you need to do your homework, and you need to go back and discover the old groups like the Fellowships and all the East Coast Rakims and Big Daddy Kanes and the Slick Ricks, and you got to go back. It might be like annoying for you in this modern state to go back and listen to those things, but they're important because they were the founding, the cornerstones for a lot of the stuff that we listen to now. So I would say it's important to do your homework. It's important to practice, and the best way I would say to practice is to record your shit, listen to it. That kind of like embeds it in your brain, you know, it just ingrains it in there. And then the next song you go to, you have like a little extra sharpness or something. You know, like some of those songs I was performing last night, I found myself feeling like they were slow. Like the lyrics were slow because I memorized them so well now that they just kind of come out like easy. And you're like, okay, so maybe on the next song I can like try and do a little more tricky stuff or something, you know? So as long as you're constantly putting in work, I think that you will have no choice but to evolve. You'll evolve kind of slowly, and sometimes you won't notice it, but then one day you'll be like, holy shit, I just played the coolest chord on my guitar and I didn't even know like where it came from. And it's just like, you know, yes, it's like what you put in, it'll give back to you, you know, but it's not going to give it back right away. It's going to make you like work for it, you know? So yeah, I would just say believe in yourself, like Alex said, and don't be swayed by, you know, it's good to take criticism from people. So, and don't be hurt by criticism, because sometimes you have to take that constructive criticism, and some people get all butthurt, but really they're trying to help you, otherwise they wouldn't even bother telling you. So the criticism is good to take and be like, thank you, that hurt my feelings, but thank you. You know, you gotta, so yeah.
Hey, one last time, thank you so much, Tommy, for coming out, man. We got a surprise for you here at Articulate Sounds, Articulate Noise. Yeah, this is what we're going to do, man. What we're going to do for you is, I know you said you were going to drop some of your, you know, you want to drop some videos on that Mockingbird album. How would you like Articulate Sounds to produce one of those videos for you, along with Akira Productions? Awesome, man. Let's do this.
You know, that chorus is, you know, it's like, remember me, I'm Tommy V, I fell off long ago. And, you know, part of like what I like to do is be self-deprecating, not take myself too serious. You know, you see some of these guys that are too serious on stage and it's a turnoff, you know, it's like, you're not human, like, you know, like what are you? So I think it's good to kind of like take the piss on yourself and be, you know, be chill with that shit. So that song is just me kind of being like, yo, you remember me? And, you know, I like to do this, and my explanation is going kind of bad, but maybe the song will explain.
Hey, we're going to drop that video, man. This is Articulate Noise, Episode 3 with Tommy V. Thank you so much for checking it out. We got the video coming up next. ArticulateSounds.com. Make sure you check us out.
Tommy! Remember me, I'm Tommy V, I fell off long ago. I figured, what the heck, let's give it another go. This is my comeback, hope I don't come whack. One by one I plucked all of the gray hairs off my nutsack. Well, how do you do? It's nice to meet ya. How do you get a musician off your doorstep? Simple, just pay for the pizza after getting fired for the orders that I sabotaged. I got enrolled in school and got a couple jobs walking dogs. The timing was uncanny. 2012 would be the year that I would rise up from a bubble in the tar pit and appear while melting from the block of ice. The vision was so clear. Employ pathetic gimmicks while relaunching my career. So here I stand before you, flesh and bone, a mortal man. Actually, that's a lie. This whole performance, it's a hologram. I'll depixelize before your eyes at any given moment. Usually happens just before the bottle and tomato throwing. My evolution was a slow one to occur. I'd always reincarnate into dinosaurs and dodo birds. Wishing to communicate, my speech was kinda slurred, but over time I finally learned how to enunciate some words. Me a meandering Neanderthal that wandered out the cave. These songs were like my hatchlings, over time they'll incubate. Little beaks are breaking through the shell and squinting at the light of day. I'll offer them before you, bowing once the golden egg. My name brings on a sudden case of amnesia. Sad to see the empty Tommy V been out of me, but yo, remember me, I'm Tommy V, I fell off long ago. I figured, what the heck, let's give it another go. This is my comeback, hope I don't come whack. One by one I plucked all of the gray hairs off my nutsack.
Yo, what's up? I'm going to tell you my story about the little Fresno adventure. We left Los Angeles. It was the day that those 3 cops got murdered by the ex-Marine or the ex-Navy guy. So maybe that's the reason that we got pulled over. But anyhow, we're just driving there. We see the cop behind us. He's kind of lingering at the same speed. And Gel was playing it cool. Gel looks in the rear view and he's like, all right, cool, cop's behind me, no big deal. Then the cop gets up on the side of us and looks right over at us. I kind of look over at him and then he just slides back behind us, and then I hear Gel like, what the fuck? And we get pulled over. The cop comes up, really aggressive style. Like, they came up all like aggressive style, like, don't move, let me see your hands. And we're just like, what's up, dude? You know, and so the cop starts playing the whole little cop game, like being like backhanded, like cop compliments and like fucking, like, you know, just tricky wordery, however you say that. But letting you know that you could be in some potential shit, but with a smile, you know, like, hey, you can go to jail, buddy. How do you like that? Ha, cool. Let's get out the car. Come on, guys. You know, just being a dick. So anyhow, they bring Gel and Digit into the back of the cop car, and I'm just like, man, this is really like overboard for a stop, and they didn't even tell us why they stopped us. You know, basically they just profiled us, and then the cop goes, I'm gonna handcuff you and throw you on the ground right there. And I was just like, do you really need to throw me? I can probably sit down. And I was being a bit of a smartass, but I was being really calm and collect and whatnot. And then so they sit me down in front of the cop car. I'm getting all the exhaust fumes right in my face, like just sitting there. The sun's shining on my face, so I'm sitting there just looking into the horizon just with the sun, closing my eyes. And the cop makes some dickhead comment to Gel, like, what, your buddy's like praying right now, or what's he doing over there? You know, so anyhow, we ended up making it here, and it all worked out. But now I want to give some shout outs to all the stuff that's made this possible. So I'd like to shout out Articulate Sounds, who brought Gel, AWOL, myself up here to Fresno. It's articulatesounds.com. You can check out a lot of dope artwork. You can check out a lot of dope underground California stuff that's going on as far as music. The bridge between art and music. You can check it out on articulatesounds.com. You will find a bunch of cool shit there. I also want to shout out Fake 4, who recently put out my Mockingbird album, which is www.fake4.bandcamp.com/album/Mockingbird. That's where you can get my new album for free, so you might as well go get it, you know? Just get it. I want to shout out Chesky, David. I want to shout out the Shapeshifters. I want to give a big shout out to Akira Productions, who has been filming all this stuff, running around with cameras, getting different angles, crazy little light reflectors and stuff. They're doing their thing. So yeah, guys, it's been really fun. The Fresno Underground is bubbling up. There's a lot of dope artists coming up, and it's a cool scene that is being built here. And so, yeah, we appreciate all the support, and let's try and keep this momentum going and have a lot of cool hip-hop in the Central California area.
Let's surrender to one another with an infinite tenderness, without a bit of resistance, as if we were celebrating the renewal of our interconnectedness and our resilience. Our tongues have felt the valleys, drought saw the distant showers of the harshest of conditions. We're like the cactus bearing beautiful flowers. In the cycle of life, we're here to live and die, to love and cry. We are the fragrant